Hey guys, so before we start the actual review, there's just something I want to talk about real quick. If you guys might remember a couple years back, I posted a couple of my videos to the website Minimates Central, minimatecentral.com, with the slowing release schedule of Minimates and just the lack of kind of anything big coming out. Kind of the Minimate culture is kind of slowed down. And so the owner of Minimate Central, Luke's Toy Store, is going to be running a small fundraiser on Friday, November 20th, as part of trying to just raise funds to keep the website going. Since there's not a lot of new Minimates coming out, not a lot of traffic coming to the site, and obviously Luke's Toy Store not getting a whole lot in terms of new releases. It's not been a great year for anybody. So they're just running a small little thing, get some funding. He had to recently move the website from the original hosting partner because they cranked up their fees by 400%. And then moved it to a new host, which also has more money attached to it. So they're just trying to get some funding going on just to keep the website going up. So I just wanted to make sure I got that out. That's going to be starting on Friday, November 20th at about probably 3 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. They're going to have some rare Minimates on sale, a Minimates art print, and Luke will also be selling some of his older customs. So I'll definitely be checking that out, and I hope you guys do as well. Since I got into Minimates, the Minimate Central was like a big integral part. I just loved reading all of the articles. Getting to work with them was such an honor. Even though I'm not like super vocal and talkative in the Minimates community, I was just beyond honored to be able to work alongside people like that. It was cool, and I've been a big fan of Luke for years since he opened the store. I've worked on... Well, I've done like a couple small little promotions for him, and hey, that was nice, that was cool. And I mean, Luke's Toy Store has just been integral to the Minimates community as a whole, which, I mean, Minimates are slowing down, not getting a whole lot, so having just like a beacon of hope like this is a big thing for somebody like me. So I'm going to link to Luke's Toy Store in the description, so check it out, Friday, November 20th at about 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, so that's going to be about 4 o'clock Eastern or 1 o'clock Pacific. So thanks for listening to me ramble. Let's get on to the video. Hey guys, today we have a brand new Minimates review. Today we have the Marvel Minimates Black Widow movie, Black Widow movie Minimates wave. I'm gonna be doing a little, let's call it a Black Widow movie Minimates spectacular. And by spectacular, I mean we're just gonna talk about both 2-packs in one video. Just, I don't know if just because I feel like it. I am recording this in mid-September, and I think I'm going to be saving this video until the release of the Black Widow movie, because nobody knows when it's coming out. So, hello me from the future, or hello me from the future, from the past. Black Widow, is it out? Is it in Disney Plus? Did they actually decide to risk more lives and put it in theaters, even though movie theaters are a dying art form? Who knows? So we're going to be looking at Black Widow. I actually have another set of these figures I've already opened. I've had them since, like, May. But yeah, Black Widow the movie. It exists. It's a prequel. I'm just a little... I'm glad there was a big delay, so it feels like there's more of a break between the next comic book film. It's kind of cool. Black Widow the movie. You got Black Widow the logo, Black Widow Taskmaster, you got the Avengers logo in red. I really dig this almost, I don't want to say silhouette, but very minimalist drawing of Natasha. They use it in some of the posters and on the Marvel Legends figures. I think it's nice. I would like a poster. Fully articulated. Wow. The 4 figures on the back, you've got Taskmaster, Black Widow, Yelena, and the Red Guardian. Cool. This is a Walgreens exclusive, so if you're going to go out, do be careful. If you need me to be your mom, I will be your mom and tell you to go wear a mask and social distance. But let's check out Black Widow, the movie, the Minimates. Alright, here's the Black Widow Marvel Minimates movie Minimates. Let's go! Let's talk about Black Widow first, because it's kind of her movie. it's Natasha. I quite dig this. It's different in the way that the detailings on this Black Widow, they feel unique. She's got some new sculpting, some new pieces. I like it. I really like the new silver accents they're using. I don't want to call it a corset, but it looks a lot like a corset. Goes onto the back. It's nice and simple. I mean, it looks like a Black Widow, but she's got this brand new shoulder harness going on. It's a single piece, and she's got her batons that she's been using in the last couple films. It's really nifty. Just a part of me wishes it was a bit bigger, and that these batons actually came out and they used like the Minimate baton piece, kind of like how they do Deadpool shoulder sheaths. That would have been nice. She's got these new gauntlets that aren't like completely circular, so they look more like it's just these bullet straps. Nice little red accents on her shoulders. I almost thought that they were going to be like the Widow logo. That would have been neat. Instead, the Widow logo is on her belt. Same as usual. Got some nice gray and black accents going on with this. I think probably the best thing they did with this Black Widow, is they made her a metallic, like a gunmetal gray, and then added the black accents instead of doing a black figure and adding the accents. That was a very smart move, DST. I think if we had a different headpiece, I would probably say this is the best Black Widow, but I am not a huge fan of the pulled back hair into the ponytail. I just think the hairline looks a little weird on Minimates when you can just see straight up to the hairline. I wish they would have maybe given her two hair pieces where it's the pulled back ponytail and then something a little more contemporary standard. But I've got tons of Black Widows that I can consolidate pieces to. In fact, I have, because I just recorded this, the video game Black Widow hairpiece. This is going to get in the way. I'm going to find something. And then articulation-wise, and the articulation for Minimates is going to be the same all across the board, so we're just going to look at Black Widows. She's got ball joint in the head, ball joint in the shoulders, hinge at the elbows. She's got a swivel at her hands, swivel at the waist, ball joint at the thighs, knee hinge, and swivel at the feet. And Black Widow's only accessories are going to be two pistols done in gunmetal gray. Very nice. And it's actually more of a silver. Who cares? It's pistols. Very nice. I don't know if this is the best Black Widow, but I really like how they actually did her in a gunmetal instead of just black. Helps her stand out a lot more. After that, Black Widow's pack and mate is the new introduction of the Taskmaster. It's different. I'm happy we have more Taskmaster representation because there's the super old one, Marvel vs. Capcom one, the new animated one, and this one. I really wish we would get the Udon Taskmaster. He wears in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 as an alternate. It's so cool. And it's nice. They went for a metallic blue-orange highlights. It's decent. So far, we don't really know anything about Taskmaster in the movie other than he exists and he's got like an army of Black Widows. It's decent. It's all right. As with all Minimates, I wish there were more sculpted bits. The only sculpted bit here is going to be his shoulders into his hoodie. I wish these were not one single piece. Separate hoodie, separate shoulder pieces would have been amazing. He's also got a belt, flops down to here. It's nice. You can see the T, and I feel like his torso is also kind of vaguely making a T for the Taskmaster. Shoulders, and going down to the gauntlets on his wrist. You can see he's got a bit of a backpack going on. Same on both sides. Nothing underneath. The face, I think, is quite interesting. They went for a ski mask design almost, with the skull print kind of over it. Almost reminds me of, like, I don't know, something from Call of Duty, something you'd see like paintball kids wearing. It's interesting. And I'm, like I said before, I'm not a huge fan of this piece. It kind of hinders all articulation, and I don't. Let's try to get it off. Anything with these, like, I always worry about taking it off because I feel like it's going to damage the paint of the head. But yeah, it's a Taskmaster. Gunmetal on the back. There have been some shots of him, like, without it on, so you could argue that this is considered an alternate look. I'm not going to consider that an alternate look because you are removing a piece. But it's Taskmaster. Same articulation as before. And he comes with 2 new ones. I wish he had like a versatile armory. Give him some holsters, some guns, that'd be cool. Give him a bow. Instead, he has a sword. It's a very tiny sword, too. Typically, I'm a lot more used to big Minimate swords. And the handle on it is so small, it's really easy for it to just come out. But I do like the nice little yellow detailing. It's pretty nifty. But he also comes with a shield. And good lord, I hate it. I talked about this before in the Avengers video game Minimates. But this is like a new style of shield that DST is using, where it's a handle that they grab onto instead of it being a wrist piece that has a hole and a peg. That is so much nicer, because then you can like detach the shield, they can throw it, it looks natural. But this, you have the figure hold it. And here's the thing, whatever quality of plastic DST used in the manufacturing of this, it stretches his hand. So it is not going to fit this shield very well. It will fall out if you even look at it wrong. Which is why I was quite mad at the Captain America having that as well. It's lame. Sword should have been bigger. Give him the standard shield. Just anything. But, I mean, take it all away. Give him like a gun or a bow and arrow. It's not bad. It's kind of cool. Then afterwards, we have Yelena Belova? Baloney? Helena Baloney. Yelena Belova. There we go. There's her name. I don't keep up on a lot of this stuff. I just think it's neat. A lot of Marvel fans always argue that, oh, it's not comic accurate. This has to be accurate to the comic storyline. I don't know these characters half the time, so I'm introduced to them for the first time when I see the movie. From what I understand, she's also part of like the Black Widow program. So she's also a widow. I don't think it's called the Black Widow program, but whatever. She's decent. She's got a different design from Black Widow, which is cool. A whole white jumpsuit. She's got a green tactical vest on. Kind of reminds me of the one that Black Widow wears in Infinity War. She's got a new little bit of detailing here. This is a separate piece for some knife holsters. Gun holster. She's got the same gun as Black Widow as before. Then she's just got some nice printing for details on her legs and her arm. She's got the same gauntlets of Black Widow, but now they're in silver. Headpiece, she just looks kind of neutral. I wish we did more expressive faces on these figures. Some screaming, some angry, just anything. Hair is pulled back. She's got braids, which is pretty nice. Don't know if that provides a tactical battlefield advantage, but you know, I'm not an expert. And same articulation as before, so we're not going to talk about it, but we will talk about her accessory, which is a big old staff. Black Widow adopted staffs in, well, these exact kind in Infinity War, so I'm sure they're going to do something in the movie of her learning to use these, even though she also had, like, pole arms and batons in Civil War and Age of Ultron. Yelena can just hold them pretty simply. They just kind of sit in her hand. It's not bad. What I do wish, though, is a lot of the marketing is showing Black Widow in a new white suit, so I think a missed opportunity here would have been giving either her or Natasha an alternate torso of a white suit. So like a white torso, because Black Widow's got a white outfit in this movie, and I think that would have been a nice way if they gave Natasha like an alternate headpiece, hairpiece, and that new torso. It would incentivize buyers to buy the Yelena 2-pack, because then they could swap out the Yelena's torso and headpiece for the new Black Widow costume. I think that would have been neat, would have been really cheap to do, probably. I'm not an expert here. And then our final figure for the night is going to be the Red Guardian. This is actually our first Red Guardian. I'm surprised we didn't get a comic book one before. Red Guardian works for, I believe it's called the Red Guard. It's like the Russian version of the Avengers, and obviously Red Guardian is Russia's answer to Captain America. As such, he looks identical to the MCU Cap, really. A lot of straps, very tactical. I love the contrast between the black, the red, and the white, instead of the red, white, and blue. Very nice. He's got like a huge star, shoulder straps. I wish these straps were sculpted. But I feel like I complain that a lot on Minimates, is I wish there were more sculpted details. So, like, if you find a shoulder harness or something from an old Captain America, paint that white, slap it on, you should be good. He's got little straps for wristbands on his hands. He doesn't have fingerless gloves this time. He's got gloves. He's got a white belt. Nothing super special. There's some silver detailing. He got some knee pads. His feet are the only one that are actually like really nicely painted. You can see the contrast in the boots. Straps continue all the way. The shoulder harness on the back. You can see the arm detailing and the face. I'm not a huge fan of how they handled his mask. It looks a little derpy. I know they wanted to do a sculpted beard. Print on that beard would have been a lot nicer. Sculpt the helmet like the Captain America's from like Civil War and Age of Ultron. Looked so much nicer. You can barely see his eyes. It's decent though. He's even got like a little star here instead of like the American A. It's neat. And then I guess one way to alleviate that is I don't know how much he's going to wear the helmet in the movie because he has an alternate face. It's alright. He has the same garbage shield as before. Why? So I guess one thing to talk about while we're here is an idea for a custom. I mentioned before combining Black Widow with Yelena into the white suit Black Widow that we've seen in some promotional stuff. So you're gonna need a couple things. Obviously, you're going to need a Minimate of Black Widow, preferably Yelena, and another piece. So what I'm going to use for the torso, since Black Widow has a white torso in this outfit, is I've got the head and the body of Emma Frost from X-Men First Class. I think this will probably work fine enough, so what we're going to do is we're just going to swap some pieces with Yelena, and then put Natasha's head on top. And then I'll probably keep all these extra sculpted bits. We'll see what happens. I was previously using this torso for my comic book Sharon Carter, but I probably can sacrifice that since we have the movie version now. And yeah, just like that, super stupid easy. White suit Black Widow from the trailers. That was a lot more simple than I thought it would be. Yeah, looks good. So get yourself a Emma Frost from X-Men First Class, and you can just make your own White Widow. Alright, so that was the Marvel Minimates Black Widow movie, Black Widow Wave. Decent little assortment of figures. Not my favorite, but I think they did an okay job. I really like the new Black Widow. Doing the figure on a more gunmetal body and then having the black accents, I think really makes her stand out. I like the new harness, the shoulder harness she's got going on. I'm not a huge fan of the hair, but I get that's kind of the design they're going for in the movie. I'll probably just swap it out for a more traditional Black Widow hairpiece. Taskmaster, also nice. I'm not super huge on the new movie design. I've got a spare Taskmaster now. I'll probably do some part swapping and try to make my own comic-y version. And then the other two figures, they're alright. I think Red Guardian needs a bit more sculpting. Having his armor, like, actual sculpted details would have been nice. I hate that new shield that he and Taskmaster come with. It's just horrendous. They really should just go back to using, like, the standard peg on, like, a gauntlet. Like, it's so much nicer. Yelena, she's there. She makes for good part fodder if you're going to make a white Black Widow. Which is pretty easy to do. So, yeah, these are available at Walgreens. They're a Walgreens exclusive. I don't imagine we'll be getting any more for this movie. Not even, like, a box set, or I don't think they'll do a Wave 2. I'm just not sure if there's going to be enough characters, but I wouldn't mind like a convention exclusive official White Widow, maybe like a battle damaged Taskmaster or something. I don't know. If you are going to go find these, do be very, very, very careful. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. This is going to be going on for a very long time. These have been out for quite a few months. I think they dropped in May of 2020. And like I said, I'm recording this a couple months before the movie comes out. We still, at the time, don't know when the movie's coming. Disney, you should probably say something, because let me tell you, nobody should risk their lives to go see a superhero movie. So anyway, That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know, like, your favorite figure in the comments below. Yeah, audience retention. Let's do this. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Be good to yourself, be good to other people. And did you like the video? Well, then rate, comment, subscribe, and like. Black Lives Matter, trans rights. I'll see you later.